Are you guys excited about the big budget adventure? 'Cause we are. But is Chris Pratt the right actor for this role? And what about Anya Taylor-Joy? Does she sound like Princess Peach? Did these actors have to change their voices? Yeah, and they sound a bit weird. With no further ado, here's all the mind-blowing behind-the-scenes videos of Super Mario Bros. Movie. But first, who else is in it? Okay, I know, it feels like every single person on Earth has already seen Super Mario Bros. But for those who haven't seen the movie yet, which has been referred to as a masterpiece, don't worry. The so-called masterpiece will be available to stream on Peacock 45 days after its theatrical run, which is on April 5th, 2023. As you already know, Chris Pratt is the lead as Mario, but he is not the only A-list celebrity cast in this film. In fact, the cast ensemble in this project is on a whole other level. I am actually sure the cast is the most prominent feature of this much-anticipated adventure. Fred Armisen plays Cranky Kong and Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. As mentioned before, the amazingly talented Anya Taylor-Joy voices Princess Peach. In the game, Mario and his brother Luigi travel through Mushroom Kingdom to save the princess from evil Bowser. Charlie Day is voicing Mario's brother Luigi, with Jack Black playing the villain Bowser, Mario's biggest enemy. We'll also hear the voices of Keegan-Michael Key as Toad, Kevin Michael Richardson as Kamek, and Sebastian as Spike. Kari Payton also lends his voice to the King of the Penguins. And for all of you waiting for Charles Martinet, who has voiced Mario for what seemed like a century in the video games, to appear in the film, you have no reason to worry, as he announced that he will appear in a cameo role. I know most of you wanted him to reprise his role, but it is what it is, and I actually believe that Chris Pratt did an incredible job voicing the character. Do you? Now, here's incredible footage of the entire cast. Waiting for an update on Super Mario Bros. Proved to be a challenge. Fans have been practically begging for an update, and as the release date was moving closer, more and more updates followed. Considered one of the best marketing moves in the entire history of the cinema, the Super Mario Plumber commercial in the Super Bowl was perfect, to say the least. Nintendo then released the trailer, but my favorite update was the one featured on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon in early March. Chris Pratt, Jack Black, Anya Taylor-Joy, and the rest of the Super Mario Bros. Cast gathered together to do an ensemble a cappella version of the classic Mario Bros. Theme song, while Jimmy Fallon sang along. I don't know about you, but I feel nostalgic just listening to the song. Prior to the release of the film, Super Mario Bros. Movie composer Brian Tyler shared behind-the-scenes photos of the ongoing process on his Instagram page. The first photo contains what seems to be the actual musical score for a song called Mario Suite Part 3. I'm not actually a musician, so I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Are there any musicians in the audience? The second photo is a shot of Tyler conducting the score in the studio with musicians in the background. Tyler used these photos to say what an amazing day he had while recording the Super Mario Bros. Movie orchestra and choir, adding that he is excited for everyone to see this unbelievably amazing project. Oh, and by the way, the Super Mario Bros. Movie was released on the 5th of April and earned over $200 million over 5 days at the domestic box office and $377.5 million globally. The film had a big budget as well. Per a report by Variety, it cost $100 million to make. Do I smell a sequel? Do you guys think the project deserves to go beyond its first installment? Per a report by Peacock, you need to smash that like button if you haven't done it already. Okay, seriously, here's an adorable clip of Chris Pratt saying he can't believe he's Mario. Well, it's a big responsibility, that's for sure. You have to fulfill big expectations from different generations. Then we have the incredible Jack Black saying that his character Bowser enjoys heavy metal music. It just makes perfect sense, right? Keegan-Michael Key, who is one of my favorite actors in Hollywood, says, well, actually, it's better for you to hear it yourself. Now, let's jump into some controversies, shall we? I believe most of you played the iconic Super Mario video game at some point in your lives. If you grew up with this game, you were super excited when the news about the Super Mario Bros. Movie reboot was announced. The movie is based on the best-selling Nintendo video game franchise, and when fans heard that the game character will be voiced by Chris Pratt, well, plenty of controversies surfaced on the internet. Elon Musk decided to address these controversies, which mostly concern the leader of the film, Chris Pratt. Apparently, Pratt had a difficult time filming the project, which is understandable considering how many people were against the idea of him playing the lead character. So when the film dropped, the reviews on Rotten Tomatoes were not in favor of the crew that worked on Super Mario Bros. The CEO of Twitter decided to share his opinions on, yes, you guessed it, Twitter, calling out critics for their negative reviews on the Super Mario Bros. Critics seem to be the only ones still hating on the idea of Pratt playing the lead character, and Musk felt the need to tell that he was not really pleased with the disconnected comments of the critics and didn't care for their reviews. Some people took this thing a bit too far, to say the least. To be fair, a lot of people didn't believe that Pratt would do a good job with the voice of Mario. This was understandable, but now that both the trailer of the film and the film itself are out, and we've heard Pratt's voice, I think the backlash was pointless. Pratt really did a good job. Shortly after the trailer of the film dropped, Nintendo fans went into a long-lasting discussion about Chris Pratt. To be more precise, most people have nothing against the actor. They just don't think his voice is right for the role. Pratt's voice and accent are nothing like the original Italian accented voice, especially the lines like "It's-a me, Mario, and let's go." The actor on the other side was not too concerned and believed everyone would feel great once they watched the film. In an interview with Yahoo Entertainment, Pratt said there were certainly discussions of how best to voice the character. He further revealed they tried a lot of different things and ultimately settled on a voice that you hear when you watch the movie. I'm really happy with it, and I think people are gonna really enjoy it. The big question is, will there be a sequel to the Super Mario Bros. Movie? We hope so. Although we're still waiting for Nintendo and Illumination to address the possibility of a follow-up, the first installment leaves enough space for continuation. That's for sure. Illumination CEO Chris was asked about the future films in the latest Variety interview, and he said that for now, they only focus on bringing the film out to the audience, and at this time, they are not prepared to talk about what's coming in the future. Most importantly, he won't rule anything out. In a world where sequels, prequels, threequels, reboots, and remakes prevail, a Super Mario Bros. Follow-up is a must. Again, it all depends on the audience. If you guys like the film, a sequel will happen. We won't get a sequel if the film struggles with box office earnings and reviews. I won't spoil anything for those who haven't seen the film yet, but there's a post-credit scene that already teases the plot base for a potential follow-up. Make sure to like and subscribe to our channel so you'll never miss any of our videos in the future. See you in the next one.
Together, we are going to stop that monster.